Cheers. Sipping a little bit of sake and some Blue Moon. Welcome to Cooking While Drunk. How you guys doing today? We're going to do something a little different. We're going to do a dry brine chicken. What a dry brine is just that. Instead of brining in a water solution, you just salt and pepper a chicken, or you can use whatever heavily salted rub you want to use. You can add a little sugar, which will help with the brining. This is just salt and pepper. And now I'm going to grab some paper towel just to help blot some of the excess moisture. So you salt inside and out, and then you put it in the refrigerator for a couple of hours. See, all that liquid kind of comes out. Just to help it kind of air chop. Put it on a rack so the air can help get underneath and help air dry some of it. There we go. So now that our chicken is mostly dry, we're going to go ahead and rub it with some seasoning, which I'll be right back as soon as I clean up my gunky hands. Hands are all clean, but guess what? Let's get them dirty again. So I have here, I'm going to use just something really simple. This is the McCormick Montreal chicken. You know, this is fairly easy to make at home, but when you find it on sale for 99 cents, you just got to stock up. This one, the hamburger one, the Montreal steak, they're all pretty good. Easy to make at home, but when you already have it, it's even great. So I'm going to literally season inside and out, and the reason why I put it in this another container here is because I want to be dipping my dirty chicken hand in there, because I want to get underneath the skin. So you're going to do all over liberally. And the reason why I do like this one, it doesn't have too much salt, because I did brine it, and brining it does help the chicken retain its moisture. So what it does, it brings the surface moisture to the top. It brings the moisture from into the surface, to the top of the surface, and then the salt helps it like soak it back in, so it gets lots of flavor. So now we're going to, on this side, get your fingers just under the breast, and you can kind of like wiggle your fingers and open it up. And just do a little pinch there, and the same thing under the breast, the thigh. You can just get some in there and just give it a nice little massage, a nice little rub. Like my wife started rubbing my back this morning, and I did not want her to stop. And then I say, get under the armpits too. And there we go. And then now we're just going to get a little bit of twine, and we're just going to tie it up. But first, I almost forgot. We're going to take some of this onion and throw the onion right inside. A handful of garlic. And I need a piece of rosemary, but there we go. This rosemary actually came from our garden. It's already washed as well. What I should have done was save the thicker stalks, because the thicker stalks I could have used to close the flap and then tie down the thing. So like when you see a turkey, you see them use a needle, and then they thread it through to tie this off, especially when they stuff the turkey. Because stuffing goes in the turkey, dressing is on the side. Right, Lori? My sister. And then you would tie up the leg. So we're just going to leave this folded close. Oh, almost forgot. The best part, chicken liver. Leave that right at the edge. This one didn't have any heart or gizzard, so I was a little unhappy, but that's okay. So we're going to tie this up, wash our hands, reset. We have the oven set to 450 right now. And we're going to roast this off in a cast iron pan. So I'm also going to lightly oil the pan, because it's already seasoned, but the oil will just help protect and keep it that way. Alright, so see you in a few minutes. Let me just wash up. Cheers, welcome back. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Find us on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Said it all. Alright, so now we have our chicken tied up. on the breast side up. Always cook your whole chicken's breast side up. When you have them the breast side down, it's directly against the heat, so the breast meat will cook a lot faster than the dark meat. But also, if you notice, I have the wings. You kind of just force the wings, the wing tips underneath the chicken. So now we're gonna roast this off. I threw in some potatoes. Potatoes are just oil, salt, and pepper. We're gonna throw it in the oven, the lower 2/3 of the rack. We're gonna leave this in for 30 minutes. And we're gonna drop the heat, and we're gonna cook it for another 30 minutes at 425. And then at that point, I'm going to put a couple pads of butter, you know, on top of the chicken, so it'll just nice and melt and coat the bird. And then when I do that, I'll add a sprig of rosemary as well. All right, cheers. See you in about half an hour. Welcome back. All right, so it's been 30 minutes. I'm gonna take it out. What I forgot to mention is also using my kitchen shears, I snip the skin in certain spots. If you look at the chicken, you will see little fat pockets under the skin. I just give little snips there, and you can see how the skin is starting to brown just from those the snipping. So it just releases and lets the fat ooze out onto the fat pockets. So I'm going to add some butter. You know what? Let's add the rest of this onion. If I add the onion earlier, it will just, you know, probably burn. But I'm going to add these now. Alright, let's add some butter. I just got some butter. And I'm just going to kind of like nestle it over the chicken, and it will melt and kind of bake. I'm going to use one piece just to rub the chicken. Give it a nice little oily massage. Who doesn't love good massages? Oop. There we go. Just kind of smash it on. Throw a little bit on the potatoes and the onions. Give that a smear. It's not too hot. It's hot, but it's not unbearably hot. So I can use my fingers to smash the butter and smear it. Ooh, okay, now it's getting hot. There we go. And that will, as it melts, it will also help crisp up the skin. So this is going to go now. I'm going to drop the heat down to 425. Of course, it doesn't need to heat up because it's already hot. And I'm going to put this back in for another 30 minutes, and then we'll be back. And in the meantime, we're going to sip. Bye. Cheers. Total time's been about an hour now. I'm going to take it out. In between, about 15 minutes into the second cooking, I did baste the butter over the chicken. Give it a little bit of a probe. Make sure. Oh yeah. 165. Oh yeah. So now we're going to let it rest 10 to 15 minutes. Basically let it cool down for a little bit. If there's extra butter in the bottom, you can just stir the potatoes around into it. But be careful, don't forget the pan is going to be very, very, very hot. So I'm going to double this up. I'm going to kill the oven. We're going to let that sit for 10 to 15 minutes, and then we're going to carve it up. Alright, cheers. See you in a little bit. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Welcome to Cooking While Drunk. Follow us. Let us know what you like. Cheers, welcome back. Now our chicken's nice and rested. We're going to cut the twine off. There we go. As you can see, even the bottom is nice and a little crispy. You can cut the chicken up any way you want. I usually like to just remove the wing. There we go. I'll just do one little slice down the side and take the whole quarter off just like that. Same side, just draw your knife across and it'll just split open just like that, and you just kind of pop that little joint. There we go. And then the breast, I'll just go right across the backbone and just open it right up. Oop, there's that little piece of liver. Ah, the rosemary smells so good. There we go. There's the whole breast. Here you can either just slice right off of it, or you can remove the keel bone and break it up. I like to leave a hole, just slice right off of it. And there is the liver. I love chicken liver. Really delicious. Moist. And you just trim off some of these excess pieces of meat that I kind of missed. Look at that, just falls right off the bone. And there you have it. A skillet roasted chicken with the dry brine. The brine just made it so delicious. A little piece of bone. Piece for the camera lady.
Oh, you gave me a fatty piece. That is delicious.
That's where it's at. So you can do a wet brine, or you can do a cold brine, a dry brine. Wet brine would be about, let's see, I would do half a cup of kosher salt and about 8 cups or 2 quarts of water with maybe a 1/4 cup of sugar. Let it dissolve. You can do it on the stove top and let it cool down, or you can just, let it dissolve by hand. And then soak it in for about, between 4 to 8 hours. The dry brine, I just did salt and pepper inside and out, and I let it sit in the fridge, as you saw on that little rack. I did that for about, I think, 3 to 4 hours. So it came out really good. And of course, underneath all here, you still have the garlic. It's nice and soft. Probably shouldn't eat it because I'm going to go to the doctor's. Don't want to have garlic breath. But there you go. Cheers. Thanks for watching Cooking While Drunk. Let me know what you like, what you didn't like. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know some other recipes. Maybe we can do some more 1 skillet dishes. Or I love cooking on cast iron. Cheers. Hope to see you. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. All right. Have a good day.